I rise today to recognize the National Police Week and honor the law enforcement officers who selflessly serve and protect our communities. Law enforcement professionals at all levels, from local police forces to sheriff's departments to state police and federal law enforcement agencies, leave home each day not knowing what challenges they will experience, but ready to face danger head-on. The National Police Week is a solemn occasion to honor those who tragically lost their lives while performing their duties. Sadly, last year proved to be particularly dangerous for officers. 2020 was one of the deadliest years for law enforcement officers in recent memory. And the COVID-19 pandemic certainly played a part in that unfortunate reality. This year, the names of 394 officers killed in the line of duty have been etched into the walls of the National Law Enforcement Memorial. The deaths of these 185 of those individuals were COVID-19 related, including Sergeant James Dancy of the North Little Rock Police Department. Sergeant Dancy was a 35-year-old veteran of the police department who helped mentor young officers at the department. He contracted COVID-19 while performing his job. First responders like him were on the front lines of the pandemic and kept working and going to work every day despite the added risk to their own health. We are grateful they did. Sergeant Dancy's heroism and dedication are reminders that the coronavirus took not only vulnerable populations, but also dedicated public servants from us. We also reflect on the other heroes from Arkansas who lost their lives in the course of their service to our communities this past year. Officer Travis Wallace of the West Helena Police Department gave his life while attempting to apprehend a suspect wanted in connection with a violent crime. Pine Bluff Detective Kevin Collins had a lifelong dream to serve as a police officer. He made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty while conducting an ongoing investigation. Hot Springs Police Officer Corporal Brent Scrimshaw had earned recognition as the Arkansas Southwest Region Officer of the Year in 2016. Sadly, he lost his life while conducting a traffic stop. We honor the service and sacrifice of these Arkansans and law enforcement officers all across the country who courageously gave their lives while upholding law and order. Their deaths are tragic and call us to acknowledge their tremendous heroism and selflessness. They also invite us to appreciate the reality that the stakes of this occupation are a lot higher than most others. Their life and death, the perilous nature of policing and law enforcement, is something we simply can't underestimate or fail to respect. I'm a proud co-sponsor of the Senate resolution making National Police Week because we must always remember the brave officers whose lives were cut short because of their service and their sacrifice. We also pray for the recovery of those injured in the line of duty, like Prairie Grove Police Officer Tyler Franks, who was shot while responding to a domestic disturbance call last week. Thankfully, his condition is improving, but we know he has a long road to recovery. By supporting policies to improve law enforcement training and resources, we can recognize the dedication and heroism so often displayed by these public servants and help make them more effective and safer at the same time. Over the past year, we've witnessed increased calls for defunding or abolishing police forces across the country. Instead of this misguided approach, we need to improve investments and resources for the men and women in blue. That's why it's important Congress fund programs like the Burn Justice Assistance Grant Program, which has proven vital to helping states and local law enforcement agencies purchase equipment and support much-needed training for officers. We know there are more ways to ensure officers have the tools they need to enhance community safety and protect themselves so they can go home to the families they love and the support systems they rely on. That's why this week I will join Senators Inhofe, Brown, and Tillis to introduce the Law Enforcement Training for Mental Health Crisis Response Act. This legislation will help provide police with better strategies and procedures to respond to calls involving a mental health crisis. We also need to hold those who perpetrate attacks against law enforcement accountable. So I urge my colleagues to pass the Protect and Serve Act. I am proud to support this legislation that would create federal penalties for individuals who deliberately target local, state, or federal law enforcement officers with violence. On behalf of all Arkansans, I thank all of our law enforcement officers for making sacrifices to keep us safe. I will continue advocating for improved tools, resources, and training for officers so they can prepare for unpredictable circumstances. Our safety and peace of mind come at a cost, and our police officers need our support and our gratitude for being the first ones to pay it. We honor them this week and every week for what they do and for what they represent.